So we all know it's a little bit difficult to get into dental school. There's so many that you can apply to in the UK and abroad. So today I'm going to be telling you what the process is all about and talking to another fellow dentist that's studying abroad. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Faris. I'm a fourth year dental student currently studying in London, and I make videos to help guide dental students reach their fullest potential and give dental applicants a little insight into the crazy world of dentistry. So today I'll be talking to Dental Hassan about his experience studying in Bulgaria and comparing Bulgaria to the UK in terms of dental schools. So let's drill right into it.
Hi guys, I'm Hassan Akhtar from Dental Hassan, and I've just completed my fourth year of studies at the Medical University of Plovdiv in Bulgaria, Dentistry.
Yeah, thank you Hassan for joining me today. I'm really excited to be talking to you about your experiences and what it's really like to study in Bulgaria. So just for the viewers that are watching, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 25, I'm a fourth year dental student, just completed my fourth years actually. 2 days ago I had my final exam, and yeah, I study abroad in Bulgaria at the moment. I'm about to do my internship. I enjoy swimming, and yeah, that's about me.
Nice, sounds pretty good. And just in terms of the process, what was it like applying abroad to Bulgaria?
Applying was actually okay. I feel like you can either go with agencies or you can do it yourself. I went through an agency. I didn't find it particularly helpful, so I could have done it myself. It was pretty easy, pretty straightforward, because I had already done my A-levels and I had taken a gap year and done 2 years at a university prior to this. So applying was very straightforward for me. Give your grades in, sit your entrance exams. At the time I did it, the entrance exams were in Manchester, so very local to me, but now the entrance exams need to be sat in the country. So you need to fly out to sit the exams and then just wait for them to confirm your place and you start.
Nice. So just with regards to like grade requirements and the entrance exam you mentioned, can you give us a little bit more insight into that?
Yeah, so in terms of grade requirements, I feel like when it comes to UK qualifications, what they do is they convert it into numbers, because here the grading system is 1 to 6. So you need to have an average, I think, of 3 to 4, which is like a pass or a good grade. So depending on your A-levels, they give you an average and rank you. And then you also have to sit the entrance exam, which is MCQs and essays. And I think now they're going to be introducing interviews. I'm not sure, because it is very competitive in the university I am at. I've heard from previous years, years below me, that it is quite difficult to get a place here, only because of the amount of people that apply in 1 year. So it's all a ranking system, and at the end, if you have enough points based on your A-levels and on your entrance exam results, you should get a place.
Okay, cool. So do you need to do like the classic, dental school stuff, so the extracurriculars, work experience, etc., or is that a case-to-case basis?
I feel like in terms of application, no, they don't ask for things like this. It's more like about your knowledge and what grades you get, but the work experience really just helps when you do start the course, and especially when you're in your clinical years, because you need something to basically fall back on, and you need to regurgitate the information that you've kind of picked up from during shadowing. That's basically what I've done in the past, and it's helped a lot. It's helped immensely. So I feel like to get the place in university, no, but it will help in the future years.
Okay, cool. That's good to know, because there's not a lot of information out there with regards to what you actually need to do. So it's nice to hear that, it's not identical to the UK, but there are some similarities in terms of like you have to do the entrance exams, etc.
The thing is, it's not very difficult to basically secure a place. It's staying on in the university that's difficult, because the course is rigorous. It is very difficult, only because they are very strict on, we have compulsory subjects that if you don't pass, even if you pass everything else, if you don't pass this one subject, you will fail the year kind of thing and drop back. So there are a lot of difficulties along the road. So if anything, I feel like only apply if you are 100% sure you can put, a lot of effort into this and you are passionate about it. That's what's getting me through it.
Okay, that's also good to know. And that kind of leads nicely on to my next question, which is what are the main difficulties that you found with the application and actually studying in Bulgaria?
I think with the application, the only thing is notarization and translation, which is what the agencies help with, because you have to have everything translated into Bulgarian. Obviously, it depends on which country you go to, including your grades and everything, because they need to be stamped and stored in the university as proof that these are your, results and grades, and not exam results. They have to be exam certificates, so you have to wait for them. Another difficult thing I'd say is generally moving to a new country isn't easy. When I first came, obviously I was with my family, but a lot of people didn't have their family with them and they found it extremely difficult. But I was with my family and I still found it difficult, because I love this place now, but when I first came I was a bit like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I could be so far away from home. But now that I've done 4 years, I'm more than happy here. I feel like I've established myself. I've become more mature and more independent. So, you know, there are things that are disadvantages at first, but you can turn them around, if that makes sense, and make them into great things. The course itself, I'd say the only difficult thing is it's not easy, you know, and that's pretty a straightforward thing to say, but you know, this is dental medicine, so we get a master's here only because we do a lot of the medical subjects as well. So the dental subjects are very difficult in terms of attendance. Like if I was 1 minute late to a prosthetics lecture, she will not let you in, and you're not allowed to have 2 absences within the semester, otherwise you can't get a signature from her, and if you can't get a signature, you won't get the semester stamp, you can't sit your exams. It's really bad then. So that's one stress, one
Sounds
pressure.
pretty intense.
Yeah, and I've missed a couple only because sometimes you just oversleep, that's what happens, but you know, it's something it just can't be done. And then the exams itself are really difficult, but like I said, you've got a lot of medical subjects at the same time, so you want to focus on the dental ones because they're so content heavy and a lot to do, and you've got your practical work as well, but you also can't leave behind the medical subjects, so it's kind of like doing 2 courses at once.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a lot. Sounds very challenging.
Yeah.
And moving away from the bad stuff, what would you say is the stuff that you've really enjoyed? Like I know you mentioned you get to gain a lot of independence, etc. And what were the things that you really found as nice benefits from studying abroad?
Number one, the weather. Like it's great here. The weather's fantastic. I feel like I've met amazing people. I have friends from around the world now, from Greece, from Cyprus, from Italy, from Germany. You know, so many international students come to one place, and they all speak English, so you can communicate with them. And I feel like from then that stemmed on to meeting more people and my professors as well. Everybody, the teaching here is fantastic in the dental faculty. I'm close with all of my professors, whoever's been teaching me. It's been a really great relationship between the 2 of us. And from then on, I feel like, again, because I'm British and they're Bulgarian, it's a new way to kind of communicate with somebody, if that makes sense. You're kind of learning about each other's cultures and differences. They're learning more about the NHS, I'm learning more about what dentistry is like in Bulgaria, kind of putting it together. And again, yeah, independence. So like basically I'm living here, I'm traveling myself, I get to fly out whenever I need to. Everything's kind of like solo. I'm cooking myself, washing my own clothes, you know, things like that. So I feel like 4 years of that has kind of made me more like I know what I'm doing. And my family have just come to visit, and they've said to me the other day how much I've grown, which is something I really appreciated, because I don't know, I feel like you kind of know yourself if you've grown, but like you need the confirmation from somebody else who knows you very well to kind of confirm that yeah, you've changed. And learning the new language is another advantage. I feel like that's something not easy, but you learn as you're living here. I can't speak fluent Bulgarian, but I can speak enough to bring a patient in and ask them if they have pain or any of the issues. So there's a lot of great things, and these things make me not want to change anything about how I've ended up here. So yeah, I'm happy.
That's good to hear. And with regards to like the social life, as you mentioned, there's a bit of a language barrier. Did you find it hard to make friends, or was it quite easy?
It was quite easy. I mean, personally, I like to talk to people, but making friends I feel like is different, because you need to get to know that person. But I found it very easy. Like the group you are with in this university, it's the group you're with that you're assigned with. That's very important, because the group of people you're doing everything with, every lesson, every lecture, you're with them. And I'm very, very lucky, because the people I have in my group from first year, I've been very close to. We did Istanbul in October, we're planning to do Greece next, we're doing so many trips whenever we can. And then when it comes to clinics, we help each other find patients, we do patient hunting ourselves together. So I feel like, yeah, that's the great part of it. And there's no language barrier, because a lot of the young people in Bulgaria do speak good English. So, and in the university, everybody speaks English, all your professors speak English, everything's taught in English. So, I mean, that's a great thing, but that's also not a great thing, because it makes it harder for you to learn Bulgarian, because I'm not really using Bulgarian as much, so.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. That's good to hear as well, though, because I feel like a lot of people, if they apply abroad, they might be a little bit scared, like, oh, don't know if I'm going to fit in. It's already quite challenging to go abroad, then start university, which is a brand new experience, and then on top of that have to study a hard degree. So it's nice to hear that you've had a good time.
I can literally sit here right now and remember, I think the other day me and my friends were, because now we're entering 5th year, we're just gobsmacked as to how quick time has gone, and we're just remembering how we were in 1st year. And when I was in 1st year, I found it extremely difficult. Like you said, the workload was a lot. Anatomy, rather than just doing the head and neck, we were doing the whole body. We were doing all the nerves, everything, all the organs. So that was a lot of work on top of the prosthetics and all of the dental subjects. And then again, I was homesick at the time. I missed my family, I missed the UK. This is a new place for me. I made friends, but that made it much easier, I think, after the second semester, because that's when you really gel with people and you get to know who the people you stick with are. And yeah, so you come out of it, and now like I wouldn't change it for the world.
And what things did you find helped the most in terms of feeling homesick and, you know, feeling that you're quite far away from home?
Not staying home. I remember every year there's always new students that come and ask me this advice. Do not stay at home. Try your best to socialise. There are so many events happening for freshers, movie nights. You know, you could just go into a cafe and meet people. There's so many, like there was one time, I think in my first week, I met a Bulgarian dental student, and he invited me out to go for a movie with his friends. Now they were all Bulgarian, I was the only English speaking person, but he knew English, so at first I was like, I'm not sure, but I did, and we're great friends to this day. So always take the opportunity to meet people and go out, and yeah, even if it's just one person, do that. I feel like if you just start at home in your apartment or wherever you're living, it's gonna hit you more, whereas when you go out and actually explore the country you're in, with people, it's great.
Cool. And kind of wrapping up here, did you find that there's any issues if you come to train back in the UK with the GDC or anything like that?
So I know a few people who have just graduated. So the first set of graduates, British graduates, was 2 years ago. So last year, a friend of mine's siblings graduated, and she's doing absolutely fine. There's about a handful of people that I know personally, and they've already started working. There's no issue with that. I think at the end of the day, you just got to know what to do in the university in terms of when they give you your degree, you've got to do all the translation things yourself. But me and my group, for example, the friends that I have in my group, we're going to be doing it together. So you're not alone. Like there is a step-by-step process to get it all done, and it's pretty straightforward from what I've heard from people who have graduated.
Okay. And so is the process the same? So you just do your DFT in the UK, then you can, you know, you're just out here.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So you got to wait for your performer number, and then apparently that does take a bit of time. So in the meantime, you can apply for jobs, or like some people are working as like dental hygienists or assistants while they wait for the performer number, and then when they get the performer number, they then work as a dentist in the practice they were, you know, working as a hygienist, for example. It's just all about waiting for performance number, and thing is, it depends on which uni you're at. So the uni I'm at is accredited by the GDC in particular, but there are unis that have not been specifically accredited, but I think for them it might take a bit longer. However, Brexit might change things. We still don't know what's going to happen with Brexit. Worst come to worst, I have to sit the ORE, so be it, you know, but we'll see what happens, because I graduate in 2023, I've still got 2 years left. So but so far so good, it's all right.
That's good to hear. So just wrapping up here, one last question I wanted to ask you is, if you had to give one piece of advice for someone that's thinking of applying abroad, what would it be?
Be confident in yourself. I think that's the main thing. What kind of almost stopped me from going abroad was the fact that I thought I couldn't do it. But with that mentality, which is easy to have and it's understandable, it does stop you from achieving great things. Even within dentistry, confidence takes you places. Like I recently did my first anterior class 4 restoration a couple of months ago, and I remember saying to myself, no, I'm going to wait till my final year to do this because it's a front tooth, it's very scary, I could, you know, but I just did it. I had the confidence and I did it, and my patients are more than happy with the results. So whether it's dentistry or even applying to come to Bulgaria or whatever country, have the confidence that you can do it, and just think that it's an experience that a lot of people would love to have, because you're traveling and studying, which I think are great things for a young person.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Hassan, for tuning in with us today and giving me a great insight into what it's like to study in Bulgaria.
No worries, and any questions I'm more than happy to answer.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Massive thank you to Hassan for his time and for helping me out with this video. If you want to check him out on Instagram at Dental Hassan. And if you want to see some more videos about dentistry and what it's like to be at dental school, check out this playlist over here. Thanks for watching.